first game in the books, kind of looking back on it after getting to watch film, your analysis on how your team fared.
Well, it was good just to get the game played. I mean, to get it out of the way. You know, it was one of those deals where we just kept hearing over and over and over again about the return. And so our guys had a little bit of maybe a chip on their shoulder, but it's nice to get the game played, work out some of the kinks that are necessary for us to move forward. And you know, we're not pleased about the outcome, but we're pleased about the effort. We're pleased about a lot of things that I saw in that film, and we're going to be okay going forward.
As you watch the film, your thoughts on just the first 2 quarters of play, in your opinion? Seemed like you all, did some really nice things that you all can kind of build upon, moving into this week.
Well, that's exactly what we saw. There's some things that we're going to be capable of doing as we go forward. We're going to get better at those things, and the things that we weren't capable of doing, obviously, we're going to try and improve on as well. But, the encouraging thing is, we played a team that has a tremendous amount of depth. And after watching the film, it was obvious that we got worn down. They were able to shuttle in, groups, units, and when you're playing against that kind of depth, it's a challenge. And so we're going to face that again this week, and probably next week as well. But we got to take them one at a time. But we've got to figure out what's our best option for being able to be effective against that.
Your thoughts on your true freshman, Quill Glass?
Love to see his percentage be better. The kind of passing game that we have, you should be in the 60s, high 60s, low 70s. I don't think he was quite as effective as we'd like to see as far as that's concerned. As far as everything else is concerned, there's a reason why we made him our quarterback, and I'm not at all discouraged by him.
Do you think he sort of got the first game jitters out?
I hope so. I'll tell you what, it was an amazing experience for him. He threw his first touchdown pass, and he was very excited. And he turned around and threw his first pick 6, and I'm like, well, see, now you're back to even.
On that touchdown pass, as a young guy at the next level, impressed with that hot read there that he found Rodgers with there?
Well, yes, I'm impressed with the way he executed that play. It's not an easy play. I don't know if y'all know, but it was a run pass option. He is to read whether or not to give the ball, whether or not to throw the ball, and that's a pretty sophisticated thing for an 18-year-old to do. Which, by the way, he's a fresh 18-year-old. He's not like a veteran 18-year-old. But anyway, that's not an easy thing for him to execute. He executed it famously, and it makes me very proud to see that he's come a long way. But that's the reason we named him our starting quarterback. He has a quarterback's demeanor, and there's something that you just can't say enough about somebody who has that.
You guys turn your focus to Vandy now. Obviously, another tough game. How do you prepare for an SEC opponent?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go into an SEC venue this week. We're gonna play against a very quality SEC football team. Vanderbilt is an up-and-comer in every sense of the word. I watched them on film last night and this morning, and didn't get much sleep last night because of it. But they're a good football team. We're gonna test a very uphill and severe test this week, and we'll put our best foot forward. I do know that this football team is going to compete. They're not going to back down to anybody. They're not going to be intimidated or anything like that. And so let's hit them in the mouth, see what happens.
I know you guys kind of got gashed on the run this week. You have Ralph Webb coming up this week. How do you prepare for a guy like that? How do you defend him?
No disrespect to Ralph Webb, but I'm worried about Alabama A&M and what we can do to get better at the things that we need to get better at. And you know what? I'll figure out who Ralph Webb is as we go along. Again, no disrespect to Ralph Webb, but we've got some things that we need to take care of here in Normal.
Kenny Davis named Defensive SWAC Player of the Week. How big is that for you guys?
You know how happy I am to hear you ask that question. Kenny Davis has deserved all SWAC accolades. He's deserved that kind of recognition for a long time now, and it's just now getting to him, and I'm so thrilled for him. We're proud of him. He's been a volume tackler. He's been a production football player for a long time, and we've known that. And I'm glad everybody else is catching up.
Kenny Davis had a great game, but more importantly, your defense as a whole really did some great things throughout the game, in my opinion. Your thoughts on just that unit and as they continue just to grow, literally play by play?
I'm really surprised Sarah didn't have that question. Our defense has been kicking our butts since early in the spring. They kicked our butts all summer, and I am not at all surprised to see those guys have success. It makes me very happy, to be honest with you, that we've got a defense that can challenge an FBS opponent and go toe-to-toe with them for 3 quarters. And then if we could have brought anything to the party offensively, the outcome may have been completely different. Getting worn down, all that kind of stuff's not fun. But to watch your defense do the things that they were able to do, it's kind of encouraging.
Coach Mason, during SEC Media Days, discussed playing Alabama A&M and discussed how important it would be to play HBCUs and giving opportunities for a lot of the programs in and around the country. Your thought process of him deciding to schedule you all and to benefit not only Vanderbilt but of course Alabama A&M also.
Coach Mason gets it. He's a extremely class individual. I've known him for a long time. He really gets it. He understands what's necessary for us to kind of advance as institutions. And it's not just about the football. He understands that there's an economic element that's really important. And for him to have said that this summer, I thought was class of him. For him to have that mindset going forward, also class for him. This profession would benefit from having more guys with that kind of class.
As you get ready for this game and moving for the rest of the year, just the health-wise, just after game 1, any issues there?
Yeah, I mean, we're a little bit less than healthy right now. I mean, after the first game, it's my worst nightmare. We've got 4 contributing players, 4 guys that are very important to what we do, will not be in the lineup this week. And that was my worst nightmare about playing the early schedule. But we're going to manage it. It's going to be a next man up mentality. We're going to manage it, and we're going to be productive next week.
Are they season enders or just kind of day by day? We're playing it week by week.
I don't know.